Batting average, home runs, and RBIs, these are the components of one of the rarest feats in baseball, the Triple Crown. A feat so rare it hasn't been achieved in decades, even by the game's most legendary players. But in 2012, Miguel Cabrera didn't just chase history, he conquered it. How does a player rise to such heights in the modern era? What rivalries drove him to the brink? And why might this achievement stand as the last of its kind? Winning the Triple Crown is a feat so rare, legends like Hank Aaron and Willie Mays never achieved it. Before Cabrera, the last to do it was Carl Yastrzemski in 1967. Baseball had changed, and many believed the Triple Crown was impossible in the modern era. Pitchers were dominating, analytics had reshaped how the game was played, the long ball era had faded, and then, from a small town in Venezuela, came Miguel Cabrera. From a young phenom with the Marlins, helping them win a World Series in 2003 to becoming the centerpiece of the Detroit Tigers, Cabrera's story is one of grit, talent, and unrelenting focus. Cabrera's raw talent was undeniable, but what set him apart wasn't just his power, it was his unmatched ability to adapt, hit to all fields, and rise to any challenge. Enter the New York Yankees. In the 2003 World Series against the Yankees, Miguel Cabrera faced a defining moment against Roger Clemens. There was a lot of hoopla because it was supposedly Roger Clemens' last start and everyone wanted to see it. But Clemens had a reputation that when a young guy came up to bat, he was gonna let him know that this at-bat was his. Clemens opened with a 92-mile-per-hour fastball high and inside, forcing the rookie back, but Miggy wasn't fazed. It was a tough at-bat for Miguel. He worked the count, surviving Clemens' best offerings. But to him, it didn't matter who was on the mound. If you made a mistake, he was gonna make you pay. Pitch after pitch, Miguel stayed alive. And finally, after 6 pitches, Cabrera faced a 2-2 count. Clemens delivered a fastball high in the zone. Cabrera swung and launched it deep into the night, a 2-run homer that stunned the crowd and cemented his place as a future star, showing everyone and foreshadowing that Miguel Cabrera was destined for greatness. Fast forward nearly a decade later, and Cabrera had grown into one of the most feared hitters in baseball. But the 2012 season wasn't just another chapter in his story, it was a masterpiece. The 2012 season began quietly, with Cabrera delivering the steady brilliance fans had come to expect. By mid-season, his numbers were climbing, but it was his ability to rise in key moments that set him apart. Like a clutch walk-off 2-run homer in the bottom of the 10th against the Cleveland Indians, Miggy was the ace his team could count on in a historic season. No one would be able to doubt his talent and prowess. As the season wore on, the stakes became higher. Cabrera's numbers weren't just good, they were historic. Every at-bat seemed to carry more weight. By September, the whispers of a Triple Crown had turned into a roar. But Cabrera wasn't running away with the Triple Crown. Josh Hamilton and Mike Trout were right there, pushing him to the brink. Every game felt like a showdown, every swing a potential turning point. But in the end, Miggy came out on top. In the decade since Cabrera's historic season, no one has come close to replicating it. The game has changed, becoming faster, smarter, and more analytical. But Cabrera's Triple Crown remains a shining example of baseball at its best. It wasn't just a season, it was a symphony, led by a player whose talent and determination captivated the world. Because in the end, the Triple Crown isn't just a statistic, it's a legacy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Slugger Society.